We're live. So it's Jim Chester coming to you. As she said, we're live from Scottsdale, Arizona. This is the CBP annual. This is the 41st one of these. And I just celebrated my 10th year anniversary working in chiropractic. So it's a big honor for me to be here. I would not be anywhere I am today without chiropractic biophysics because that was my start in this game. So thank you, Deed Harrison, for having us all together. And Katally Strauss is from
Puerto Rico!
and one of the things that we're discussing here is there's nothing bigger than
Life!
see, we have some fun, right?
Life. Yes.
So one of the things also I wanted to talk to you about is you're the first doctor in your family.
Yes, I'm actually the first chiropractor in my family.
Okay.
And you know what? It's amazing. It's amazing how they just don't understand. That's what surprises me the most, you know. Oh, it's a doctor in the family. But you're a family, so you're not a doctor. That's how it goes. So they ask me for advice, and then they don't follow advice. But now, I must say, now that I've been in practice 5-6 years, now things have changed a little bit because now they're like, hey, Katally, can I ask you some advice? I mean, it takes some time to build up that good, confident rapport when you're successful.
Yeah, and one of the things that I love that we're talking about here is diversity.
Yes.
We're talking about influence.
Yes.
We're talking about achievement.
Yes.
And those are things that are so important to not only us in personal development zone, but us as professionals. So we have to find our voice.
Yes.
So the reason that your family was in resistance with you is because they didn't believe that you had found your voice yet.
Yes, yes. And, you know, the more they ask me about inflammation or knee pain or hip pain or neck pain or obesity, you know, it's, again, making that influence. When they see me and I go back to the island, they go, Katally, you're too skinny. And I go, I'm not skinny, I'm healthy. Because they're all nice and voluptuous. We like to eat on the island.
Well, that's really cool. And I've never been to Puerto Rico, but I'd love to visit sometime.
No,
So
lovely.
I know that one of the things we were going to talk about, though, is where we're at is CBP.
Yes.
And what influenced you to get into the CBP arena?
Oh, chiropractic biophysics. It was amazing. So I was part of a very large group when I was at Life University. And I actually brought my husband, Seth, to one of those seminars. And I'm not going to talk about the seminar. But for the first time, my husband had an aha moment. He goes, wow, there is more to chiropractic than the neck pain, the back pain, and the crack. He goes, there's actually something called correction. You know, it was part of my language, a half-assed correction, but it was some type of correction. And then when we actually went back to school, we looked over the electives and he goes, we need to find something bigger than what we're doing now and learning at school. And then boom, we came across chiropractic biophysics, which Dr. Curtis Fedorchik was actually our doctor, our mentor, and our teacher teaching us this.
So it's pretty cool. You know, everybody has a story when it comes to this chiropractic arena. And I just love the fact that sometimes it takes a while before we actually find the zone that we're supposed to live in.
Oh, yes.
One of the things we were talking about off camera was the diversity within the profession.
Yes.
And how everybody has to think that what they're doing is the right way. When somebody comes into a chiropractic clinic, what somebody is doing at each of those clinics is the right way based on that doctor's decision-making skills.
Yes.
But one of the things I want to make clear to people is that chiropractic biophysics is based on research. It's based on math. It's a mathematical equation that has to do with the spine. And I think that that's one of the most beautiful things is when we can take the body and create a blueprint and figure out where the misalignment is of the subluxation, and we can start correcting that, because what happens is long-term effect. It's not just the quick fix that sometimes people think that chiropractic is about. Like Seth, you said, it's more than the crack.
Yes, it's more than the crack. And what I love about chiropractic biophysics, it's, yes, there's x-rays, yes, there's line measurements, yes, there's posture rate, but you can see the pre and the post. I mean, it is objectivity, it's data. I mean, it's legit. You can't lie. You can't lie. It's like, this is you before and this is you now. Either we've gotten improvement, we can keep going, get more improvement, or we've reached maximal improvements. I mean, there's no guessing. It's legit.
Awesome. Well, I know that you said that you come from this amazing island. Is there anybody out there that you like to say hi to?
Yes, I want to reach out to my brothers, my dad, my grandpa, which I love. And I mean, my titi, man, Titi Norma, she's my aunt. She actually came to visit us for a month. She came to visit us for a month because she needed some chiropractic loving, some lifestyle and health achievements, and she didn't want to get any surgery. So she actually came to see us for a month, and we threw her through a rigorous progress. And I mean, right now she's stable. I'm not going to say she's 100% because she didn't follow everything that I said, but, you know.
Well, here's the thing, too. Within the philosophical stance of chiropractic, there is such thing as called limitations of matter. And when people come to us and they're in such bad shape, they expect a chiropractor to work miracles on them in such a short amount of time.
Yes.
And it's like, you took how long to get to the state that you're at, and you expect us to wave this magic wand and fix you immediately? Yeah. No, you have to be an active participant in yourself getting an improvement and better. It's not just me as the healer, as you being the healer. It's the person that you're actually taking care of has to be responsible for themselves to improve as well.
Absolutely. And Jim, you know, you're absolutely correct. When she tells me, oh, I still have hip pain, my next question is, are you wearing your foot lift? She goes, no. And I go, I'm done talking.
Well,
so he's following those recommendations.
What happens is people are built on patterns.
Yes.
And the person has to have so much conviction within their want to change that they're willing to break the pattern of the behavior that they're established. Yeah. So if it's, I don't want to take care of myself and eat right, well, you're going to go back and you're going to gain the weight. Yeah. If I don't want to take care of myself with spinal health, well, then you know what's going to happen. You're going to get numbness and tingling into your arms again. You're going to get that foot drop. You're going to get the forward head translation. Your body's going to go back and morph into what it once was unless you build that into your lifestyle. Exactly. And as we've discussed, it's called the chiropractic lifestyle. I tell everybody, Katally, I've never recommended the chiropractic lifestyle to one person that their life got worse.
Yes. I mean, the chiropractor, and everybody, particularly when I go to my island, everyone's like, what do you do different? I go, I live the chiropractic lifestyle. It is different. It took time to get here. It wasn't overnight. But you know what? When you have that pattern, whether it's dedication, whether it's your food or doing your orthotics and being adamant about your posture and your home care, it does tremendous difference. It does.
So that's just an amazing testimonial from her, because before you got into life, what did you know about chiropractic?
Nothing. Nothing. Well, actually, I have a really cool story. Can I tell you my testimony a little bit about chiropractic? Oh, my God, it was amazing. So I was in this massive car accident, which I actually couldn't put two and two together, right? I was at University of Central Florida in Orlando going for my medical degree, and I was suffering with these migraines post trauma. I mean, I hit a brick wall, straight on into a brick wall. I am lucky to be alive right now. So I go to my doctor, my school, my university doctor, and I was like, listen, doc, I'm suffering from these migraines. And he gives me, 15 years ago, the most potent drug for migraines was Floricet. So 2 weeks later, I was like, hey, doc, these drugs are working nicely, but without the drugs, I'm still getting these migraines. So he's like, oh, you know what? You're just a little anxious. You're in your pre-med degree, molecular microbiology. So you know what? We're just going to give you a little Xanax. So he gives me a little Xanax to calm my nerves down. 2 weeks later, I go to him and I go, I have a brain tumor, because I needed to find out the why. Great, these drugs are working, but why? So he sort of chuckles and he goes, you don't have a brain tumor. You're too young. And I was like, well, prove it. So I paid $1,300. I go to an MRI, get an MRI of my brain. Boom, I don't have a brain tumor. So I go back to him and I was like, doc, why do I still have these migraines? And he literally cleans his hands off and he goes, I don't know, Katally. I've done everything I can for you. So then I decided I'm going to go to another doctor, because I was like, well, this one doesn't know, and then another one can help me. So I go to this other doctor and he goes, you're bipolar. At 23 years old, I was shocked. I wasn't sure what bipolar meant, and I was like, what? I was like, I don't think
I'm near the North Pole.
What does that mean? I'm bipolar. Right?
It's bipolar.
It's very polar. Polar bear. And I go to CVS and I get this new bipolar medication. So I'm on Floricet, I'm on Xanax, I'm on vitamins, I'm on my life, and now in this drug. I mean, you could feed a horse this drug. I don't know if you've ever seen what a bipolar medication looks like, but it was about that long and about that thick. I think I take no more than 2 doses, maybe 1 or 2. And I remember calling my dad very, very sad on my kitchen floor. And I said, Daddy, something's not right. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, something's not right. I'm so sad. I am so sad. And he goes, what are you doing differently? And I said, I'm taking this new drug my doctor gave me. Say no more. He knew automatic. He goes, I need you to throw that medicine away, and I need you to call me every 2 hours because I was contemplating suicide on the kitchen floor. With no more than 2 doses of this one medication of bipolar, with the cocktail of the other ones I was taking. Still gets me a little bit right here. So the next day I call my sister and I tell her what's going on. And she goes, try a chiropractor. And I sort of chuckle and I go, why? I don't have neck pain. I don't have back pain. She goes, well, you've tried everything else, haven't you? And I said, yeah. She goes, you have nothing to lose. I said, great. So I go to our local chiropractor. He asked me questions, and he was just amazing and kind-hearted. He goes, I don't want to take your money. And I was like, what do you mean you don't want to take my money? I hear the chiropractor get me with my anxiety, with my headaches and everything. He goes, yeah, but you're a student. I don't want to take your money. So I leave, and I call my sister. And I go, this chiropractor doesn't want to take my money. That's very kind. And she goes, did he take x-rays? I said, no. She goes, no, you got to find another chiropractor. And I said, no, you find me a chiropractor. Long story short, she finds me a chiropractor 45 minutes away from where I live. I drive there, I get a thorough analysis, and this doctor, he gave me an aha moment. He taught me how the body works from head to toe, how the brain and the central nervous system work. And I look at him, I go, can you help me with my fucking headaches? And he goes, yes. And then I come back the next day, he goes over my doctor's report, my x-rays, I have an aha moment. And I go, this is great. But I'm not driving 45 minutes one way and back. Traffic in Orlando and as a student. And he goes, where do you live? His brother lived right down the street from me. Literally 5 minutes from where I lived. And he changed my life. I remember going in. I did, everything. And within 12 visits, which a re-exam came in, he goes, his first question was, how are your headaches? And I looked at him and I go, holy shit, what headaches? I was like, what headaches? And I just sat there and I said, the only thing I know is that every time I leave this office, I am alive. I am free, I'm alive, and I'm healthy. I stopped studying for my MCATs, I stopped applying to med school, and I actually applied to chiropractic school, and I got accepted, and I went. I had an aha moment. Chiropractic saved my life. In that moment, I go, if chiropractic saved my life with just migraines, what can I do for other people suffering with migraines?
Amazing story, amazing testimonial. It's great to meet you. We just met each other recently. And I think that there's a huge synergy. I interviewed her husband, Seth. Yes. He's such a healer, great man. And I know you guys met at chiropractic school, so chiropractic family here. I know that you shared quite a bit. But is there anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to share with our audience today?
Yes. Yes. When it comes to chiropractic, I'm going to be raw, honest, and true. Yes, we're a little crazy. Yes, we're a little quacky. But you know what? Sometimes we do have the right intention and the right heart to actually help you move forward. And I understand that if you've had a bad perception about chiropractic because it hurts or it broke this or it did that, you know what? Find another one that actually might be able to work with you and your needs, maybe a low impact force on it. Because moving forward, let's add another 10, 15 years in your life. Right now, it's all about posture. It's not really about neck pain. It's not really about back pain. It's not even about migraines. It's about function. And if you have bad posture, which nowadays, what are we developing, Jim? Anterior head translation.
Text neck.
Computers, we're like this. Look in your mirror. If you look at your shoulders and one shoulder is over in the other one, there is something going on. And eventually, moving forward, it's not about now. Health is not about not having any pain now. Health is about what you can prevent 10, 15 years from now. So number one, check your posture. Even if you have no pain, check your posture and find a doctor that might be able to help you with these posture correction to prevent any pain, disease later on in the future.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your time with me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me, Jim. It's been amazing.
So I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you guys want more information on chiropractic biophysics, go to idealspine.com. Yes. If you guys want to know more about what we're doing at Chiro Hustle, come over to chirohustle.com and listen to episode 100. That's the episode where Luke and I interview each other, so you'll get to know the guys behind the hustle. And if you guys wanted to go to Ideal Spine, there's a portal for doctors and there's a portal for patients. If you guys found some value in this interview, go ahead and share it. Hit hit the share button right now. If you're watching this on replay, comment in where you guys are watching in from. And if you guys are watching this on replay and you want a hashtag replay, just to know that we know who watched it after this was done, we'd appreciate that. Well, if you love this message that Katally and I shared today, hit that heart button right now and blow up the heart button for us so we know that there's so much love out there for this message. And is it okay if I go and close out at this point?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, you guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. We'll see you guys in the next one.